Okay, guys, I'm here in Valle Verde. I'm shooting we call this Valentine's Day special. So I'm wearing red. And as usual, last year I did a vlog on Dulcinea. This one I'm doing something closer to my heart. Because I remember one of my first vlogs was in Benilde. In this place I wasn't able to vlog about. You can see behind me. I was able to vlog about it because they were closed. So found out they have another store here in Valle Verde. I wanted to shoot in the original place near my neighborhood, but it seems that they don't have a dining area there. That's why I came to Valle Verde for this. So tara, let's check out Becky's kitchen, a taste that's close to my heart. Happy Valentines, guys.
Everything that happens now is happening.
Okay, guys, welcome to the vlog. It's me again, Paul P. And I am celebrating Valentine's Day alone once again. I am here in Becky's kitchen. I remember a few years back, last year, I was able to go to their main branch, but it was closed. So I called up Tita Becky and I found out that they have another branch here in Valle Verde. And thank God they have a dining area. The original one was great. I would love to have featured it, but there's no dining area there. There's going to be a challenge to vlog the different types of cake and different types of pastries that they have. So, tara, let's start this by checking out what I ordered. Okay, guys, let's start with the brownies. This is what I got. Okay, this one is their food for the gods, their toffee pie, the lemon square, well, rectangle, their cherry brownies, the cherry walnut, and the plain fudge brownie, and then you have the chocolate crinkle in the middle. Okay, next to that we'll start with a cupcake. This one is quite famous now. It's called the Brazo de Mercedes or Victoria's Secret Cupcake. I think it's really going to make your figure mala Victoria's Secret if you eat too much of this. Okay, and then I got their special ensaymada and their cinnamon roll. Now let's start with the cakes. This one is their caramel cake. Look at that. Basically a chiffon type cake with a caramel glaze. And this is their potato almond cake. At first I thought it was a San Serval, but it was a potato almond cake. And then this one is what I would order when I was young and I was in the neighborhood. I would always order this. This is their Swiss chocolate cake. Swiss choco, technically. Okay? So we'll start with the brownies and enjoy our meal. See ya. Okay, let's start with their assortment of brownies. So, technically finger bites. Okay, we'll check out their. This is food for the gods. Basically, it's a cake or brownies type that's made with dates, walnuts, red currants, and a lot of honey and molasses. That. Ooh. It's not that sweet. It's actually really nutty. You can taste the dates and the molasses in it. But I would have loved this. There was more of this, like a huge piece. So it's actually really good. it tastes like normal food for the gods, but I like it because it's not that sweet. Okay, now let's try their toffee pie. Okay, it's a bit crumbly. There. I think this is like I don't know guys if you tried it. The butterscotch from Bacolod. It is something like that with chocolate in it. Mm. Okay. You can taste a bit of coffee, the bitter chocolate, nuts. Take it outside. There. Taste the coffee, the nuts. It has a butterscotch taste to it. It's really nice. Now their lemon square. This looks quite light. Oh, it's crumbly. Okay, this is basically a cake on top. Then you have a lemony middle and a crumbly bottom. Light, gooey, very lemony. But for something that's very lemony, it's very appealing because it's not that sweet. It's actually complementing each other really well. It's like a pie crust at the bottom, crumbly but delicious. Okay. Now let's try this walnut. Or this is the. I think this is the fudge brownie. Yeah, this is the fudge brownie. Look at that. That's good. Very fudgy. Very moist. Not at all too sweet. It has the right balance of bitterness and sweetness. That's really nice. Actually, kind of rivals my bar. It's actually better than my brownies. Okay. Now we'll try this one. This one is, I believe this is the cherry walnut one. I think there are macerated cherries in this. Ooh. It sticks to the roof of your mouth, but it's really nice because it's really fudgy. Man, all their brownies are really fudgy, but the flavor is there. You can taste a bit of the cherries in it, but it's not overpowering. That the chocolate, you can taste the chocolate, but it has this fruity sweetness at the back of your mouth afterwards. No, oh, I was mistaken. This was actually the plain cherry brownie. This is the cherry walnut, and this is just the plain fudge brownie. Look at that. There's actually a kind of glaze on top. You can see it's a bit shiny. I'll give this one a try. This one reminds me of my childhood. My mom this was actually, as I was explaining to you guys a few years back, my first vlog in video. I used to live in that area. I was basically 2 streets away, Don Pedro Street, and she was in the corner of Bautista and now Pablo Campo, used to be Vito Cruz. I was just 2 streets away, and every day when I have a bit of money from baon from school, I would go to their store and buy me like 2 brownies, 3 brownies. Then suddenly my mom will see me and she'll get mad. You ate again, Tita Becky's. What can I do? I have a sweet tooth. Okay, now let's try their chocolate crinkles. Look at that. At first it looks a bit dry, but looks can be deceiving. Look at that. It always puts a smile to my face. Once again, I wasn't expecting it. It's really fudgy, really light. Not too sweet actually, look at that. This is a good chocolate crinkle. It didn't break apart as usual, but it looks dry, but it's really moist. Trust me, it is really moist. Okay, I'll move this aside and I'll start trying the other items. Okay, time for a small fun fact about Valentine's Day. Did you know that most of the chocolate eaten in the world is actually eaten on Valentine's Day? See? That's one good thing that's circulating around the world. Spread the love. Okay guys, we'll move on to our next dish. This is their ensaymada. Look at that. I believe this is queso de bola on top. Ensaymada is a pastry slash bread we make in the Philippines. It's somewhat like a soft roll. It's actually between a soft roll and a brioche. Okay? We smother it with butter on top and put cheese. Look at that. Look at that cross section, guys. It's light, nice and light, fluffy, and tears away like. Oh. We'll give this one a bite. Oh. The sweetness from the bread with that salty cheese on top actually balances out really well. I just wanted I'm going for a second bite, guys. I thought at first I didn't taste it really well because most of the cheese fell out. Okay, that's the biggest problem with ensaymada. Structural integrity, guys. It falls out. So we'll take a bite of the cheese, then we'll go for the cake. That is good. There's a certain saltiness that cheese gives, and this is queso de bola. So basically, eat that during Christmas. It's what do you call this? I think it's Edam cheese. Yeah, it really goes well with the ensaymada. Okay, very light, very fluffy, not too sweet, just right. But I would have loved this if they had like more ice. I used to have this with a ton of buttery cream butter on top. Then we put the cheese on top of that. That would be awesome. But that would be too decadent for me. Okay, so we'll move on to the cinnamon roll. This is their cinnamon roll. It's not like Cinnabon that has that white glaze. Actually, when I order Cinnabon or Sinseo, I don't have them put that white glaze. I always order a special set of 6 without any of the glaze. I find it too sweet. This is basically a cinnamon roll where they put it in a pan like this. They spread out the dough, put the raisins and the nuts with the cinnamon, roll it up, cut it into squares, put it inside a pan like this, and then bake it. Now all the sugary goodness goes to the bottom of the pan, and then when you serve it, put it that side up. Look at that, guys. We'll try this. Ooh. It's a bit crumbly. The outside is nice and crunchy. That syrup is soaked in all the way. The dough is a bit tough. This part's really crunchy though. You can hear it. It's a bit crunchy. But the middle part, this one, really crumbly. And that very moist layer, it's actually really good. Sweet, really sweet. But the nuts and the raisins actually accent the cinnamon roll really well. Okay, I'm going for my second bite. Look at that. After this, I'm going to the dish here that they said can make me look like Victoria's Secret. This is what looks like one of the most decadent desserts they have here. Okay, brazo de Mercedes basically is a chiffon roll. No, it's supposed to be a meringue roll with a custardy yellow middle. They made it into a cupcake. So this is, oh, it's sticky. And this must be the yellowish egg yolk. That cut like there's nothing in it. Oh my god, it's like pillowy goodness. Don't tell me. Oh, it goes all the way to the middle, all the way to the bottom. Okay, this is somewhat like a canonigo. It's stuck to the bottom, to the plate. Doesn't want to come with me. Sorry guys, I butchered it. Here, basically that has turned to this. So, okay, hands down. Let's discuss this. This is the reason why this is epic. First of all, you get the sticky meringue outside, the light fluffy meringue inside, and this gooey, heavenly decadent egg yolk cream in the middle. Look at that. Ooh-wee. Tita Becky, this creation of yours is really heavenly. Look at that. Forget the frozen brazo de Mercedes. This alone is heaven already on a plate. Okay. It's creamy, sweet, eggy, really decadent. It's like, imagine sleeping on a pillow then suddenly you're slapped with a big hunk of caramelized egg yolk. That's what it feels like. Okay? I want to finish this. Actually, I will finish this one, and the other ones I'll be taking home. Now we'll move on to the cakes. See ya. Okay, guys, another fun fact of Valentine's is if you were born a week after November 14th, most likely you were conceived during Valentine's Day. So we're down to our last three items. Basically, we're going for the cakes. We'll start off with their potato almond cake. This uses potato flour, I think, yeah, with a buttercream icing. I have no idea what the middle is. We'll give this one a try. Look at that. It didn't fall to the ground. Fell on my plate. Don't worry. It's really light, really buttery. The outside is buttercream icing. There's pieces of almond inside, and the cake is really crumbly in the middle. But even though it's crumbly, it's not dry. It's really quite moist. What I like about it is it's not that sweet. It's like you're eating a cloud that tastes like almonds and potatoes. To my Irish friends, potatoes! The middle has, what do you call this? Crust of caramel toffee bits. That's actually a good surprise. It adds contrast to the texture of the very crumbly cake. It actually sticks to your teeth. That's really good cake. Now, let's move on to their caramel cake. Look at that. Look at that. First of all, this is a a caramel glaze cake. It's a chiffon style cake. Oh no, it's a pound style cake. Basically a buttery cake with caramel on the outside, and then accented with buttercream icing. This is buttercream. Yeah. Let's go for. I'm scared to destroy it. It's nice. There. Look at that. The nice buttery cake actually accents the caramel. The caramel itself is not that sweet. It's like a very mild dulce de leche. Maybe it's because I just ate something that sweet. It's actually really good. It's not that sweet though. This was one of my favorites when I was young. This one and the next cake. Okay. Caramel cake is, I give this simple but awesome. Very light. Okay. So let's move on to our final item. This is their Swiss chocolate. Swiss choco cake to be exact. It's a nice dense chocolate cake with a fudge icing here. And then this middle part is basically caramelized sugar. Then you add a bit of baking soda to it. It'll puff up like that. Well, I call that in my kitchen, I call that crumble. Basically, if you've eaten violet crumble and crunchy bar and the candy bar, that's basically it. Okay, with a nice layer of buttercream. I think this is coffee buttercream. Yeah, it's coffee buttercream. And then a nice layer of chocolate cake. And this white icing is basically amaranth. No, actually it's royal icing. That's the perfect term for it. It's royal icing. It's a simple. It's a simple cake on the outside, but it's very, very deadly and decadent inside. So I'll give this one a try. We'll try and get a bit of everything in one bite. This is the only downside to this cake. Since it is a chiffon chocolate cake, crumbles easily, but the contrast of texture from that very light chocolate cake with that very crunchy crumble is what makes this really good. Okay. Right off the bat, you get that crunchy middle, that it has a somewhat salty caramel taste to it, that very light chocolate cake, and the smooth royal icing on top. I'm going for a second bite, guys. Look at that one, sorry. I don't want it to fall. For me, this is worth coming all the way to Valle Verde from Paranaque for. Tita Becky, thank you for creating such a masterpiece. This has always been my favorite since I was young, and it is still my favorite up to now. I know your Victoria's Secret cupcake is something awesome, but this alone is, when I think of Becky's kitchen, this is what I think of. Okay? So I will have these packed up, and I'm going to give you the review of the place. Yeah. Okay, another and final Valentine's Day fun fact. Not all Valentine's Days are actually happy. Well, some may get brokenhearted, but there's one instance that is actually very bloody. It was called the Valentine's Day Massacre. It was sometime in the 1920s. It was in Chicago. Basically, they shot mafia versus mafia, and they just killed a lot of people. So, not all Valentine's Days are great, but this Valentine's Day, something else. I love my red shirt. Okay guys, so here's my review of Becky's Kitchen here in Valle Verde 1. Let's start with 5 criteria: location, ambiance, service, food, price. Let's start with location. It's a bit inaccessible. It's inside a village. Okay? So that means there's no public transportation that can bring you here. You'll have to take a Grab or an Uber to get here. So with that in mind, I give it a 3 out of 5. But if you're going for that is if you're going for dine-in. But if you're going for takeout, and you just want to grab the cake and go, you can actually go to their Pablo Ocampo or Vito Cruz branch, which is actually near my house before. You can just order it from there, and there's no dining, just pick it up and go. That part, I give it 5 out of 5. Now, ambiance. The ambiance there, I have to give it a 2 out of 5 because there's nothing there. It's just basically a small room wherein you ordered stuff. Here, it's a bit more homey, so I give this place a 5 out of 5 on ambiance. There's no loud music. It feels like I'm home. Aircon is cool. The chairs doesn't have any armrest, so it's fat people friendly. And the decor is somewhat like my house meets grandma's house and everything in between. So I give that a 5 out of 5. Now let's talk about the food. This is an all dessert episode. I had my fill of desserts today. Everything was awesome technically, but there are only two things that blew my mind. One was that Victoria's Secret cupcake. I was shocked by how light it was, and that the flavor of that Brazo de Mercedes. And the second one is their Swiss Choco. That one tasted the same as if I was back in my old neighborhood. I was only 5 years old. I was eating that cake. Up to now, it still tastes the same. Okay, so food-wise, I give them a 5 out of 5. I can give them a 6. I would have given them a 6. That's how good it was. Remember, guys, great food gives you memories. Awesome food will bring you back in time. So that basically was so nostalgic because it's like I had a ratatouille moment. Remember that? Okay? So, once again, 5 out of 5. Now, let's talk about price. Price. Oh, wait. Sorry. I forgot. Service. Service, sina ate, sina kuya were very helpful. They were helping me out arrange my orders here on the table. They actually suggested a few items like the sampler box of brownies instead of just ordering per piece, which is actually very helpful. And they suggested a few items that I wasn't even sure they had here. One of which was that Victoria's Secret, and it is so awesome. Okay, so I give service here 5 out of 5. Always Gutom points. And finally, price. Believe it or not, all of the items plus the drink, I only spent around 500 pesos. So this has got to be one of the cheapest vlogs that I've done in a long time. It's not that I'm saying that I'm a cheap date for Valentines, but I think I'm going to spend a bit more because I'll be taking home some. I might pass by someone. I might pass by somewhere else to give her a Valentine's Day gift. Okay? So, all in all, the place, I give it a total of 5 out of 5 always Gutom points. One, it's close to my heart. It may be far from where I live right now, but I travel for food. So this is something that I'm willing to go to just to enjoy delicious cake. So, thank you for watching the vlog. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. See you on the next vlog, and tara! Oh wait, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Paul Always Gutom Never Busog, on Twitter at Paul Always Gutom, and on Facebook at Always Gutom Never Busog. So, till next vlog, see you in the dining room. Tara, kain tayo, and have a very, very awesome Valentine's Day. Heart! Knock, knock. Happy Valentine's, Ma.
Oh, thank you, B.